Bali. So
living
it's
your
interesting.
best life.
You know, God is good, grateful.
Amen. Amen. Praise the Lord.
But you know, so if I could be any place, I would have been in that particular place. I feel like I was right exactly where I needed to be. Just because you know, we didn't feel the energy right away of like what was happening over in the United States. We over there in Bali, so it's like our mind state is just based on peace, and you know, we just got good energy and good love. So we felt the madness kind of coming back with you know, cross state lines, but I was just such in a peaceful place. I didn't even know the pandemic was as serious as it was until I got back over here. So, you know,
I would have missed my flight.
You would have missed.
I would have missed my flight. Me and my husband. Okay.
Right, right. You know, my kids and everything is over here too.
Oh yeah, those things. You know, you forget about them.
Right, right, right.
But
you know,
thank you for joining me. I'm super excited to talk to you. I know you just dropped a new project, an EP called Self-Preservation. Now, this was all created in your home studio during the pandemic. So talk to me about the process, because Mr. Hood, which is the album that you are going to put out May 29th, correct?
Yeah, the project. Well, it's not per se a
project. Okay. So you are going to put that out, but due to the coronavirus, you decided to push that back. So tell me about getting in the headspace after putting a project together and then being like, I'm gonna put out an EP real quick.
You know, so I think the plan for what would change that is that Mr. Hood was initially supposed to drop in December of 2019. Like even before that, I've been telling my fans that I wanted to drop the Mr. Hood project, you know, just ahead of that time. You know, are you frozen? I'm sorry.
I am frozen, but I can hear you.
You hear me? You good? Okay, so so yeah, the plan was to drop it earlier, like 2019, you know, like towards the end of the last year or whatever. So I didn't get the opportunity to do that. So I kept pushing it back, and then a whole pandemic.
All right, let's see what we can do here. That was so weird. Okay, Ace Hood is back. Let's see. My little tripod up. All right. I'm sorry. Wow. This is karma because I talked about Ted Riley so bad in my entertainment report. And look at me. Look at God.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Whoo, child. So the fans were anticipating a piece of work from you, and so that's why you delivered that. I got a chance to listen. Now, I'm going to go. It's the 3-track project, Self-Preservation, and Tapping was the first song. And let me tell you, honey, you was getting into a lot that's going on. We was talking about Trump a little bit, these stimulus checks. And what did you want people to take away from Tapping?
Well, tapping in for me was just, for one, me tapping in, me just, that means just checking in on my people, you know, above, just kind of being able to trade information. I think like it's a lot that's happening with the government. I think there's a lot, you know, I'm spiritual, so it's a lot that's happening in the world, in the universe. I think, you know, and people, I think there's something larger happening here, you know, above all. Why are we in this predicament that we're in with this pandemic and dealing with the president? You know, I think, you know, people are really looking for guidance, man. And I think we really understand and really seeing who we dealing with and how we really out here alone to a certain degree. So, and I know people are excited about these stimulus checks and stuff, and people spending. And, you know, we got to pay this stuff back. So this is the money that we actually help you guys, like, you know what I'm saying? That we actually government for them to, either way, that's an endless tunnel. But I just wanted to tap in with people and just tell them to be aware. You know, it's just this awareness of what's happening around here. Like, you know, do be mindful of why they're giving the stimulus checks. Just do be mindful of who they are giving the money to. Just be mindful of who they are supporting, and just be mindful of how we just need to trust more in ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's just what I believe on an internal level.
Yeah, well, speaking of trusting yourself, you know, on Finding My Way, I love that you was talking that ish, you know, telling people I ain't gone nowhere. I always been here if you really was checking for Ace Hood. I think a misconception about you in general is that you kind of come and go in waves. And you really consistently put out music, whether that be the mixtape route, kind of an underground thing without a label. So I guess talk about that, and I guess the perception behind people constantly think, I guess, you weaving in and out of the game as you please when you've honestly been here the whole time.
Well, you know, I don't know if most people know, but, you know, obviously I'm an independent artist at this particular time. That's by choice. You know, I departed from my label back in 2016, 2017. So For me, I've been doing a lot of this on my own with the help of, you know, my personal team and my partners over at Empire. So, you know, this is how I've been moving and creating these records and stuff like that. For me, it's just, you know, I'm developing, man, as a person. You know, I just I never wanted to be boxed in as an artist. So, you know, I think for people, it's just, I don't know, it depends on what you want to focus your attention to. But I've always I've always gave people great music, quality music. That's always, I gave them quality content, always will, and that will never change. But for me, I'm just a different type of artist, man. I think I have to, it's important for me to experience life, experience things, and then to come back, and then to do my music. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, it's just finding a healthier way to do it. I think that's the way that I can actually create from a truer place. You know what I mean? It's really helped me forward and stuff. So, but I'm around, man. And I think, like, right now, we are just moving back into the mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took away from it. So now, like, with the Mr. Hood project and everything moving forward, is me going back to the commercial scene, me going back to the places and being around just my industry friends and everybody like that. You know, I needed that step back in order just to develop myself and my being in my artistry and my thing. So I've always been around, but I understand why people have since Ace Hood flying under the radar, because I took a step back because it was madness a little bit. So we stepping back out though now, and I can't wait for people to hear the new single. This is smash. I've already dropped like 2 records from the project, Mr. Hood. So great, man. I'm excited, honestly.
So we know about Jacquees, the single with Jacquees, but also, are there any other people that we can know about? Can I get a little Leah's Lemonade exclusive?
Well, you know me, man. Like, all right, so people know from the first, like the first trajectory of my career, like I did a lot of features. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me, not even on the back end of that, but I like to do a lot of music and create it the way I like to create it. I'm slow working with people. You know, it's really about finding people who really align with me. You know what I'm saying, and what I'm trying to do. So, you know, just the main one right now is Jacquees. I got a few other features right now who people got to get familiar with these people. Yeah, but more soon to come though.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm excited to see that return to mainstream because, listen, whatever people say, you brought us hits. And we got classics from Ace Hood. So I'm excited to see what Mr. Hood brings to the table. Now, obviously, due to the pandemic, everything has just been kind of a flood for everybody. But like you said, you were in Bali, recently married. Congratulations to your beautiful wife. You guys are so cute.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So I wanted to ask you this. You have been in the industry. You put out 20 projects in your catalog. And a lot of times I think there's this narrative that Black artists, when they get to a certain level, to a certain place in their career, they don't date Black women. And you are quite the opposite. You date a natural, beautifully shaped, curvaceous Black woman. And I think it's amazing. But did you ever feel pressure, or when you first got on the scene, was that something that you noticed? Was that something that you ever thought about? Did you ever try, like, or no? Was it kind of like, I'm a Black woman type of man, and that's where I'm at?
When I first jumped into the industry, I explored, you know, I explored women and you know what I'm saying? Just all different races. I was just at that particular time trying to find myself, find people. So I dated a different type of women earlier on in my career. Like I was in 2 relationships. Well, one relationship where the woman wasn't a Black woman, but overall, underneath it all, I always knew that I wanted to be with a Black woman. I just didn't know whether or not I had what it took technically to be with a Black woman, you know, because it takes it takes patience. It takes a strong personality. Black women are very powerful and strong, especially when they know who they are. So, you know, and that's what we're dealing with. But I think that's real power in that, you know. So, you know, for me, man, I think I don't know, man, I always want to stay true to my roots and stay true to me. And I think I think there's a certain power that comes with Black women, you know, Black women. And I think that's the thing that I admire the most. I think they are a little feisty, but I think there's reasons why that we've dealt with in our childhood and when we were younger and stuff that we just need to work through. And once we get through all of that, like, oh, you feel me?
You know what it is. It's like a Christmas gift. Sometimes your parents put the hard bows to unwrap. Sometimes they put things on it that make it a little harder to get to the prize. But baby, once you open the gift, it's a gift. Okay?
Yeah, you did. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I And for me, I think, man, God aligned the stars for me. You know, I was raising my frequency at, you know, at that particular time. Like, the mother of my children is a Black woman. You know, my wife is a woman. You know, so it's like, yeah, man, I called forth what I wanted. Yeah.
Hey, okay, now listen, I gotta pull the iPad out to quote you. You said in your last interview, which was in February, you were talking about your wife, and you were talking about how y'all met. And one of the things that you said to her, said about her is, when I met her, I knew that I wanted to make her life easier. I just want to know, what factory did you come from? Are there any more models of you left? And how much do they cost? Because I'm looking for one. Because who's trying to make Leah's life easier? Come on, Black man. Come on. You better love Black women. I love it.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
No, I thought that was super dope. Like, you literally met her and was like, I want to make her life easier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What a blessing. Yeah. Shout out to your wife, man. That's beautiful. Okay. All right. Now, why was it important for you to use your platform to kind of showcase Black love in the way that you all do? Y'all are very open about your relationships since y'all started dating. So what made you, I guess, comfortable? Because a lot of rappers really don't claim women till it's like time to really claim them. But, you know, when y'all dated, you were very open. You both were about sharing y'all's relationship with the public.
Are we muted? For me, it's too.
Hello? No, you mute now. Can you hear me though? I can hear. This is Ted Riley. No. No, I can't hear you. You can't hear me? I'm crying. Okay, we're going to dump out and come back. Yep. Hey, y'all. I don't know if y'all find this comical, but I'm crying. Like, I'm actually weak because this is comedy. I don't know if anybody else thought it was funny for today, but I'm finding it to be probably one of the most hilarious things. But this is just my kind of luck. Now, granted, it's his Wi-Fi because y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me, right? I just want to be clear. All right, Teddy. I'm sorry, Ace.
It's crazy.
Woo, this is gonna be a recap. They're gonna be like, "How was your Ace Hood interview?" I'm gonna be like, "I don't know. I can't hear."
Yeah.
Woo! I'm weak. Okay.
I can't tell you. It might be the Wi-Fi on my end. I can't tell you.
Who you got?
I am way out west. I am with DirecTV.
You need to call DirecTV when we hang up. And you need to say, hello, I'm Mr. Hood. And I have a live to do today with the one and only Leah Henry. And that shit kept going out. Unacceptable.
Yeah, I live way out west, so it's always weird. You know,
it's real sketch. Yeah. Well, no, and I thought it was my Wi-Fi until I took it on. And it's AT&T, honey. More bars, more places. We out here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. You said what?
That talk.
Yeah, that AT&T. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop because they don't cut me a check. I pay them one. Let me be quiet. But I got a good provider. Okay. He said, let me tell you, this is a good comedy. So let's just talk about random stuff because at this point, if it cut off again, I don't want you to say something insightful and waste your breath. Okay. All right. So tell me, like, what were you like growing up? Like, were you shy? Did you always want to be a rapper? Like, did you?
I was shy.
Really?
Yeah, I was shy. I was quiet. And growing up in school and stuff, I was always quiet. I had a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas. I was always creative though. I used to draw, graphic design.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually what I would have went to college for if I would have went to college. But yeah, I just like creating things, man. I like using my hands, love pottery. When I was young, I played ball, so I was always outside, baby. We running around, we at the park, we riding our bikes everywhere, like doing something. You feel me? So, but I was always pretty much mostly quiet though. But I had a lot of thoughts. I think before I speak, I don't insightful to say or anything, or just nice to say or not say anything at all. Always like, he rap for real? like, nah, that boy down there rapping at the schoolhouse and da-da-da, he down there freestyle. You know, she's like, what? Not, why you too quiet? So, and I still am for the most part until I'm in a position to where I feel safe and I'm comfortable. And then it's live wire then.
What was your, I guess, launch to fame story? So you were this quiet kid that balled and hooped and really didn't say much. And what was the moment where you really got signed, etc.? You heard what I said?
The moment signed, you say?
No, like, yeah, like what was the process? You
you
said you were just this quiet kid.
Moment, so last thing that you said.
How did you kind of move up to being a multi-hit artist?
That took a while to do. So for me, obviously, I played football, so I played football all my years. It was meant for me to go from high school to college to NFL. So that's how I was mostly known, by playing football or by being seen. So I was in the music younger. When I became a teenager, I became more excited about the music and wanted to be a part of it. So ended up like verbally joining this with. And we, from there, just started putting time and energy into creating projects, But I was the homies in creating.
Teddy. Every time this shit goes off, I'm crying. They said, get your white phone. Get your white phone. Can you hear me? Hell no, he can't hear me. You know what? Okay. I don't know. They said, we tried. We about to get an MTV Cribs at Ace Hood house because his Wi-Fi don't work. Yes, stand outside, King. Yes, let the air hit the phone. Come on, somebody. Woo, child. I can't hear nothing this man is saying. Show us around. Show us around. We want to see outside. Let us see outside, because I don't know. We getting, oh Lord. This is ghetto, Ace. This is so ghetto, Ace Head. Woo! Wow. We know you don't know. All right. You know what? Okay. We tried.